between the Atlanta Falcons and the Arizona Cardinals. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's Perine. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now Perine. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's taken down inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. A toss play. Here's Perine. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a carry for Perine. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Vic Beasley with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. They'll run for the first time with Freeman. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Ryan. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Get up! 21!
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
21.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Ryan. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it 1st and goal here from the 2-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons are in for 6. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Pirine. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And now Sebastian Janikowski on from a long distance. He's hit from 61 and 63 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, wait.
On second down, here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gun. 21. Wait. Hey, right half. Space. Let it go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pick up there, 26 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Gun. 21. 54, south. Hey, gun. 11. 12. Wait.
Now Ryan on second down. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, space. 11. Hey, space.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. It's a foot race. The 30. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You're talking about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half. To carry that with them, it's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, gun. Hey, express. 21. On.
To throw on second down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Gun!
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Second and 10 now. Ryan going underneath. It's Coleman. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, express! Ready, go!
Again, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down.
11. Get up! 20. Gun.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Right! 11. 20.
On first down, Ryan. He's going to air one out. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
It's Pirine to begin the drive. And an alley to run. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7.
319.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Cardinals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. And they'll run it here. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hey, got it. 39.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
Hey, Strickland. 20, 22.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Freeman again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They go play action here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got Fitzgerald. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And they'll go on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And Gresham's got it over the middle. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He's going to get it running right. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out to kick is Janikowski. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that? And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Buda Baker with a pick. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Over here. Looking good.
They toss to Pirine. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
They'll run again with Pirine. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
Hey, Tuesday. Gun.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Flushed out right. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale.
Hey, Tuesday. 12.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll go option to the short side. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still
and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 27. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
A huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Flush to his right. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Ryan.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Let's go.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Getting it out left side to Sanu. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And they have secured a spot in the